So we all want to automate more, right? But what happens when your automation itself starts to become the problem? Yeah, we're talking about how to scale your IT automation the right way, how to go from chaos to control. Let's break down how to do it.
Does this look a little familiar? You've got scripts for patching, scripts for provisioning, for the cloud, for the network, but they're all just these disconnected little islands. And you're the one left trying to manage this tangled mess of strings. It's actually creating more work, not less.
You know, this quote from an IT leader just says it all. They were facing hundreds of manual certificate renewals, and they knew, without a better way, it would be a catastrophe. That's what happens when manual toil hits a critical deadline. The risk isn't just inefficiency, it's a full-blown disaster waiting to happen.
And this gets to what we call the automation paradox. On one side, you've got those siloed scripts. They're inconsistent, they depend on one person's secret knowledge, we all know who that is, and they're totally unsupported. What you really want is on the other side, true enterprise automation, standardized, governed, and shared. So, the challenge is, how do you get from that chaos over to control?
Well, this is where the Red Hat Ansible Automation Platform, or AAP, comes in. It's the bridge. And you shouldn't think of it as just another tool, but as a complete framework, a central hub for all of your automation, no matter where it needs to run.
So how does it work? Well, it all starts with the content. Your instructions get written in these simple, human-readable files called playbooks. Then, those are bundled up into collections, and you manage it all in the Automation Hub. Think of the Hub as your central library for trusted, certified content that gives you complete governance.
Okay, so if your playbooks are the airplanes, then the automation controller, well, that's your air traffic control tower. It is the single point of management and visibility that directs every single automation job, making sure they run exactly when, where, and how they're supposed to.
So what does this air traffic control actually manage? Oh, just about everything important. It knows your inventory of servers and devices. It secures your credentials and secrets. It uses role-based access control to make sure the right people have the right permissions. And it lets you build these incredibly powerful workflows. This right here, this is what real enterprise-grade governance looks like.
And where does the automation actually run? In something called execution environments. These are basically self-contained, containerized runtimes. And this is so important because it finally solves that classic, but it worked on my machine problem. It guarantees your automation runs the exact same way every time, whether it's on a developer's laptop or in your production data center.
So when you put it all together, you get this complete automation lifecycle. You build using trusted content from the hub, you manage your jobs with the controller, you run them consistently in execution environments, and then you analyze the results with automation analytics to prove your ROI and find the next best thing to automate. It's a perfect, virtuous cycle.
So what's the actual payoff in the real world? Well, all that manual toil gets replaced by standardized playbooks, and that gives you speed. Those inconsistent runs are solved with execution environments, giving you consistency. That lack of governance is fixed by strong access controls, which delivers real security. And having zero visibility, that's transformed into full auditability with the controller and analytics. All right, so if you remember just 3 things, make it these. With App, you can finally standardize your automation across all your teams, clouds, and infrastructure. 2, you can govern it with the security and control your business absolutely demands. And 3, you can scale it reliably, from simple tasks all the way to proactive things like event-driven Ansible, which can automatically respond to issues before they even become problems.
And this brings us to the final and most important question for you. What is that one critical, repetitive, high-risk task that is just draining your team's time right now? Think about it. Because with the right framework in place, you could start automating that tomorrow. To learn more, go check out redhat.com/Ansible.